All right, now that we've got our model done for part 20, we need to go ahead and make a print of this or a plot. Now, as you can see here on the lower right, we're in the model view. And if you remember back on, I think video number 5 for 19, we started using these layouts here. So I'm going to go ahead and select layout 1. And as you can see, it comes up here and it shows what looks like our drawing. Well, as you see this orange thing going around here, again, that's the viewport of the actual model. The model is, of course, the drawing that you did. And in some cases, if you're actually working in 3D, you'll actually see model components. But again, let's go back here. And first thing we want to do is click on these handles, and we want to move this down to the lower left here. And let me see if I can click on that down about right here. And I'm going to roll up on that with my mouse. Yep, I need to drag this over just a bit. Put it right there. Okay, roll back out. Let's go get the diagonal up here. We're going to roll up, grab this one. In the upper right here, we're going to put it about right there. Now, this simulates this dash, this black dash line here. That simulates what the printer would actually look like. Now, I know it's kind of confusing seeing this grid, so let's play with that a bit. So if we're in layout view, we can come over here and select on paper. And once we get to paper, you see where it's got this grid right here. We can just turn that off. Now, if you notice, the drawing's kind of, or the model is kind of zoomed way out. Let's come up here and set it to 1:1 scale. So I'm going to set that to 1:1 scale. I'm going to kind of drag that down using my middle mouse button again to where I kind of center up inside that grid. Okay, that's good for now. Now everything's colored. Now if you print this, it's going to print colored. So especially if you're using like a color laser printer or a colored pen plotter that has pins on it. So let's go over here to layer properties. And we'll open that up. Let's see if I can click on that here. Layer properties, there we go. And there's our viewport colors, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to change that to viewport. We're going to say, we're going to change this to black. So I'm going to click this, go to black, select that. I'm going to change all of these here real quick. All right, that should be it. Now, let's double check and see where we are. I'm going to go ahead and collapse the layers here. And I'll pull this over here. All right, everything looks pretty good now that we got our layer property manager closed. As you can see, I can bring it up here, close it back, okay? And close that as well. Okay. So, it looks like I think we're ready to plot. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and right mouse click on this, come up here to plot, and when I hit plot, it's going to open up the plot manager. Now let's quickly go up here and change ourselves to monochromatic CTB. That makes sure that everything prints in black and white. Did that. I'll come over here now and select Adobe PDF, and then the next thing I want to do is double check that my scale is 1:1. So again, if I lay a ruler down on any of the parts, it's going to show me what the actual accurate measurement is. Now remember, we drew it at half scale. So if I lay my ruler down on the front view, not diagonally, but horizontally, it should say 2 inches because again, we drew 4 inches at half scale, which would be 2 inches. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so we got that. Now let's go ahead and hit the plot. And it's going to go out and generate a PDF. And let's make sure I know where it's going. Yeah, I'll put it in this directory right here. And it says layout number 1. Hit save. And it's going to create the PDF. A lot of companies use PDF as a standard format that they go back and forth to within their companies. Now it's going out and generating that. And let's see here if it opens it up. So it says that my PDF is done, and I want to say yes, I want to look at this. Click to view plot and print. So I can click on that here. Okay, Adobe, some details about it. I'm going to go ahead and close that. All right, I went out into my Ortho parts tutorial directory, and I found the part we just created. I'm going to double click on that. It's going to open it up. Now let me go ahead and hit this click to show one page at a time. And it looks like my drawing, but again, you know, I'm Mr. Platt, as we don't like seeing this vertically. So what we're going to do is we're going to come up here to view, and we're going to say rotate view counterclockwise. Okay, there it is. Now it looks pretty good. We've got these edges over here in this boxes, but that's fine for right now. For your portfolio, we're able to print this. Now I can actually go into I believe Adobe Illustrator and take out some of this Autodesk stuff right here, as you see. But for right now, this looks pretty good. I'm very pleased with this. Let's go ahead and submit that as part of your assignment for part 20.